Stop here, child of light, and breathe. Not because the world demands your pause, but because heaven honors your rise. You are not the person you used to be. You do not think as you once thought, nor break as easily as you once broke. There is a new rhythm in your spirit, a sacred discipline awakening, a quiet strength that does not shout, but decides. I, Michael, stand before you not as myth, not as symbol, but as guardian, witness, and sword to your evolution. Do you understand what is happening within you? This is not a phase. This is not temporary clarity. This is not a fleeting burst of motivation. This is spiritual maturity wiring itself into your bones. You are rebuilding a life that honors your calling. You are learning the difference between what feeds you and what drains you, between what feels good and what keeps you strong, between comfort that weakens and discipline that crowns. And now you stand at a threshold only few ever reach, the moment where growth becomes lifestyle. From this moment, everything demands intention. Your mornings, your habits, your breath, your silence, your steps. Not because you are afraid to fall, but because you were not born to live halfway. Hear me now. It is not enough to desire transformation. You must protect it like holy fire. Your routines are no longer small human tasks. They are spiritual gates. Your discipline is not restriction. It is armor. Your boundaries are not walls. They are temples. Every early morning you wake when the world sleeps, heaven sees. Every time you choose peace over reaction, heaven records. Every time you walk away from what insults your spirit, heaven strengthens you. Every quiet choice you make in secret rearranges the future you will walk into openly. This is not self-improvement. This is sanctification. You are building a life worthy of the light within you. And understand this truth carved into eternity. Transformation is not fragile. It is only vulnerable to distraction. So I speak now, like thunder wrapped in calm. Guard your peace as you would guard your last breath. Guard your time as though destiny depends on it, because it does. Guard your habits, for they are the architects of miracles. There are forces, subtle, disguised, familiar, that will try to pull you backward, not because they are powerful, but because your new life threatens their domain. Not every attack arrives as darkness. Sometimes it arrives as comfort. Sometimes as indulgence. Sometimes as you deserve a break. Sometimes as familiar voices that want you as you were, not as you are becoming. But hear this. You do not shrink to soothe the memories of others. You do not soften your boundaries to fit past versions of yourself. You have sacrificed too much to crumble now. You have bled too deeply to return to softness that harms you. You have risen too far to kneel to old patterns. Your life is becoming a prayer. Your discipline is becoming devotion. Your self-respect is becoming sanctuary. The angels do not guide the idle. They walk beside the rising. So stand tall inside your routine. Honor your sleep. Fuel your body like a temple, not a burden. Walk away from noise. Hold your vision like a flame against the wind. You are not chasing a life. You are forging one. And I tell you this with the authority heaven forged in me. Every habit you build now becomes a fortress around the destiny prepared for you. You do not build in vain. You do not rise alone. I am here. I stand sentry at your door. I shield the work you do in silence. I scatter what tries to delay, deter, or dilute you. This is your season of discipline, and discipline is not punishment. It is proof you are chosen. So breathe, straighten your spine, anchor your spirit. Walk forward with sacred determination, for heaven does not bless hesitation. Heaven blesses momentum. And you are moving like prophecy, learning to live in flesh. Guard the life you are building. It is not fragile, it is holy. Child of ascending light, you have begun the sacred work of shaping your life with intention. Now you must learn to hold the shape. Transformation is not born in dramatic moments. It is carved in quiet choices repeated without applause. Discipline is not restraint. It is devotion to your becoming. I, Michael, speak now not as comfort, but as command. Guard your habits like sacred armor, for habits are not actions. They are altars. Every routine is a prayer. Every choice is a blade. Every morning you rise with purpose is a victory the world never sees. There are souls who wait to feel ready. You are not one of them. Heaven did not select you for convenience. Heaven selected you for capacity. You feel the pull toward laziness? Good. It means your spirit has grown strong enough to resist it. You feel temptation to drift backward? Good. It means what lies behind you senses it is losing you. You feel tired? That is not weakness. It is proof you are exerting force against old gravity. Remember this. Discipline is spiritual warfare disguised as routine. Do not romanticize growth. Honor it. It doesn't always feel divine. Often it feels like getting up when your bones beg you to stay soft. It feels like choosing nourishment when comfort whispers, indulge. It feels like walking away from distraction when distraction calls itself rest. It feels like silence when the world demands noise. It feels like being misunderstood because success speaks later, not sooner. And yet, you rise. And yet, you choose. And yet, you persist. This is holiness in motion. Listen, you do not need motivation. You need remembrance. Remember why you started. Remember the version of you that prayed for this chance. Remember the nights you swore you would never live this small again. Remember the pain that taught you the price of drifting. Remember the promise you made to yourself in the dark, to never abandon your becoming again. Let that memory be fire. The world calls discipline sacrifice. Heaven calls it alignment. It is not loss. It is exchange. You are trading temporary comfort for eternal strength. You are trading quick pleasure for lifelong peace. You are trading short relief for long power. There is nothing weak about saying no. There is nothing harsh about protecting your time. There is nothing selfish about choosing growth over familiarity. Not everyone will understand your discipline. But listen close. You are not building a life for their understanding. You are building a life for your calling. Some will call you distant because you stopped entertaining chaos. Some will call you cold because you no longer collapse for convenience. Some will call you selfish because you no longer sacrifice yourself for their comfort. Let them misunderstand. Ascension is quiet. Spiritual maturity is not loud. It is structured. Your routines are not cages. They are ladders. And ladders are climbed one deliberate step at a time. Repeat after me in the chambers of your mind. I am not tired. I am transforming. I am not alone. Heaven builds with me. I do not chase. I construct. My growth is holy. My discipline is protected. Now, listen deeper. There will come days where progress feels invisible, when nothing seems to change, when you wonder if your effort matters. That is the moment discipline becomes destiny. That is the hour your spirit earns its crown. For miracles rarely arrive with trumpet. They appear quietly in the life you wake into one day and realize you no longer break where you once shattered. This is how heaven works: slow, steady, relentless, precise. So do not rush, do not panic, do not doubt the seed, because you do not yet see the fruit. Your consistency is already rewriting the future. And know this with certainty. Every sacrifice you make now returns multiplied in seasons you have not yet stepped into. I walk with you as you train your soul to endure, your body to obey purpose, your mind to serve clarity, your days to honor calling. There will be distractions. They come to test how much of your old life still lives in you. Ignore the whisper that says, just this once. For once becomes routine, and routine becomes surrender. You are not walking backward. You are not pausing. You are not softening. You are ascending. And what rises must be guarded. Keep your mornings sacred. Keep your nights peaceful. Keep your focus sharp. Keep your time holy. You are building a life the old you could not carry, because you are becoming someone the old you could not imagine. Stand firm in this discipline. You are not becoming disciplined to suffer. You are becoming disciplined to reign. Rise tomorrow with intention. Walk today with structure. Rest with purpose. Live like someone heaven trusts. You are not just changing. You are becoming inevitable. Pause, child of becoming. You have strengthened your discipline. Now you must learn the second pillar of divine lifestyle. Peace as protection. Peace as power. Peace as strategy. Peace is not the absence of noise. It is the mastery of inner stillness while the world stirs around you. And those chosen for destiny do not stumble into peace. They build it. They guard it. They refuse to surrender it. I, Michael, speak now not as comfort, but as commanding presence over your atmosphere. From this day forward, treat your peace as holy territory. Not everyone may enter. Not every voice may speak within it. Not every emotion gets to stay. Your peace is a sanctuary, and sanctuaries are defended, not negotiated. Listen carefully. You once believed peace was fragile, easily broken by someone's tone, someone's absence, someone's betrayal, a sudden storm, a memory you didn't expect to return. But what breaks easily is not peace. It is attachment. Peace does not shatter. Peace withstands. Peace endures storms because it is not held in mood. It is anchored in truth. You are learning to be calm, not because life is gentle, but because you are powerful. And power does not entertain chaos. Peace is not weakness. Peace is authority. Understand this. Anyone can react. The untrained lash out. The insecure defend their ego. The wounded fight shadows. The chosen? They choose when to engage. They choose when to stay still. They choose when silence is the sword. There is strength and calm that rage will never equal. Chaos screams, so silence in the presence of chaos becomes dominance. Hear me, and hear me with your spirit. You do not attend every battle. You do not answer every voice. You do not chase closure from those who lacked capacity. You do not justify yourself to confusion. You do not perform for misunderstanding. Your peace is your proof. Let the world think what it will. Let small minds chatter to feel tall. Let unevolved souls call your calm distance bitterness. It only proves they have never felt real stability. Your peace frightens what feeds on noise. Your presence unsettles what thrives in drama. Your silence exposes weak intentions without saying a word. This is spiritual maturity. This is evolution. This is the mark of one heaven has trained. Now listen. Not everyone will go with you. Not every friendship survives peace. Some relationships only lived in chaos, pull back into peace, and they suffocate. Understand this truth. Some were never connected to your spirit, only to your storm. When you became calm, they lost their power. When you healed, they lost their access. When you stopped needing validation, they stopped understanding your language. Let them go. Releasing is not rejection, it is refinement. You do not abandon peace to chase nostalgia. Memories cannot lead you where destiny is calling you. Growth will feel like distance to those who only knew you in survival mode. But hear me. You are not abandoning people. You are abandoning old versions of yourself. The circle gets smaller before the territory grows larger. This is sacred pruning. This is divine efficiency. This is spiritual elevation. You are not meant to carry everyone with you. You are meant to carry clarity. And clarity needs silence. stillness, space to breathe. Let me speak a law into your being. Peace is not given, it is enforced. You protect it when you choose rest over rushing, presence over distraction, stillness over reaction, prayer over panic, purpose over noise. You protect it when you schedule your life instead of negotiating your value daily. When you say no without apology. When you stop explaining your boundaries. When you pray instead of panic. When you respond only when your spirit is ready, not when provoked. You protect it when you leave unseen rooms before they ask you to. When you stay silent instead of trying to prove innocence to blindness. When you no longer chase people who misread your worth. This is not pride. This is peace as discipline. Now, rise inside yourself and listen. Life is about to accelerate. Opportunities will call your name. New paths will unfold. Your spirit will widen. Your influence will deepen. Peace is the platform that will carry you. Without peace, blessings feel heavy. Without peace, progress feels like chaos. Without peace, success becomes pressure, not gift. So you build peace first, then your life rises on it. And know this, heaven is defending your peace with you. I stand as shield around your rest, guard around your energy, filter at your gates. No force, seen or unseen, shall invade the territory you sanctify. Repeat in your core, my peace is sacred. My spirit is sovereign. My growth is guarded. My life is holy ground. Walk forward with calm authority. Those who misunderstand your stillness were never meant to understand your throne. You do not chase noise. You command silence. You do not lower your frequency. You lift your life. Peace is not passive. It is power under control. And you are learning to rule with it. Now listen, child of discipline and dawn, for you have strengthened your habits and anchored your peace. The next command is this. Build a life worthy of the strength you prayed for. Many ask heaven for elevation without preparing the ground where elevation must stand. They request new blessings while living with old habits, old patterns, old standards. But you are not simply asking for blessing. You are structuring your life to hold it. Hear me. Success without structure collapses. Peace without boundaries dissolves. Calling without discipline becomes chaos dressed as purpose. Your life is not meant to be improvised. It is meant to be architected. Built brick by brick, choice by choice, day by day, until heaven sees the foundation and says, now, release the next level. You are no longer living by accident. You are designing your existence. This is the sacred transition between who you were and who you are ordained to become. You no longer wake to the world. You wake to mission. You do not move by impulse. You move by intention. Your hours bow to purpose. Your days obey vision. Your mind breathes focus. Your habits enforce holiness. This is not discipline only. This is divine architecture. Now, hear a truth few ever discover. Your lifestyle is prophecy in action. Every morning you rise with clarity. You prophesy stability. Every time you honor your schedule, you prophesy structure. Every time you nourish your body, you prophesy longevity. Every time you practice solitude, you prophesy spiritual authority. Every time you protect your time, you prophesy greatness. Look around you. The future is not distant. It is taking shape under your feet. Do not rush it. Do not force it. Do not beg for what structure will naturally attract. You are not hustling. You are aligning. You are not chasing. You are becoming. You are not hoping. You are holding position until destiny opens its gates. And when heaven sees you building consistently, heaven responds. Still, there will be voices, internal and external, that attempt to undo your new order. They will say, relax, you're doing too much. No one else tries this hard. You can skip your routine today. You deserve to drift. Understand, these are not simply thoughts. They are tests. Not tests from punishment, tests from promotion. Growth asks, will you protect what you prayed for? The universe asks, do you want comfort or transformation? Your soul asks, will you live casually or consciously? You have chosen correctly. Your life is shifting from reaction to preparation, from hope to strategy, from emotion to execution, from dreaming to embodying. You are not waiting for miracles. You are preparing for them. You are not hoping doors open. You are strengthening the person who will walk through them. I remind you, God does not bless disorder. He blesses readiness. There is power in a life arranged around purpose, not rigid, but directed, not harsh, but intentional, not rushed, but unstoppable. You will rise not by chance, but by consistency. You will succeed not by luck, but by alignment. You will grow not by wishing, but by building. Let fear whisper of failure. You answer with structure. Let doubt question your pace. You answer with discipline. Let distractions call your name. You answer with silence and continuation. Understand this mystery. Elevation is not handed. It is earned through obedience to your calling. Heaven trusts builders. Heaven partners with the persistent. Heaven accelerates the prepared. You are no longer waiting for the world to change. You are changing yourself to meet the world that awaits you. Repeat within your spirit, I build my life with reverence. I design my days with purpose. I shape my future with discipline. I move as one heaven can trust. And now, another truth. Building a life worth protecting will cost you. You will outgrow environments that once held you. You will leave rooms that once praised you. You will disappoint those who preferred the old version of you, because the old version did not require their growth. Allow distance to form where maturity demands it. Allow silence where noise once lived. Allow structure where chaos once ruled. This is not isolation. This is elevation. This is not arrogance. This is alignment. You are crafting a life heaven can expand, a life that honors your future self, a life that reflects a soul chosen to rise. You are not preparing for a moment. You are preparing for a life. So stand in your routine like a king in his kingdom. Walk in your decisions like a warrior armored in clarity. Treat every day as altar and battlefield, ceremony and construction. For you do not simply build a life. You build a temple of destiny, and heaven is the architect beside you. Rise tomorrow not hoping to be different. Rise tomorrow as the one who builds different. Your life is becoming fortress, garden, sanctuary, kingdom. And I, Michael, walk the walls with you. Child of rising order, you have fortified your discipline. You have sanctified your peace. You are building life with divine intention. Now you approach the inner kingdom that governs them all, the mind, the throne room of destiny. Listen closely. Every battle begins in thought long before it appears in life. A scattered mind builds scattered outcomes. A guarded mind builds guarded futures. A disciplined mind builds miracles. For the mind is not merely flesh, it is gate, altar, compass, battlefield, and crown. I, Michael, speak to the fortress behind your eyes. You must become ruler, not passenger, within your own thoughts. For too long, your mind reflected survival. Now, it must reflect sovereignty. You once thought without questioning the source. Now you must examine every thought like a soldier checks every gate, asking, did this thought come to strengthen me or steal from me? Understand, not every inner voice is yours. Some are echoes of people who feared your strength. Some are remnants of wounds that haven't yet learned your worth. Some are shadows repeating scripts you've outgrown. Some are whispers from darkness seeking permission to re-enter. But hear me. You are no longer a home for old noise. You are a fortress for truth. And truth is not always gentle. Sometimes truth arrives like a sword, cutting away the lies you once mistook for comfort. Now, listen to what you must master. 1. Your focus. Where your attention goes, your life follows. You cannot plant seeds in 10 gardens and expect one harvest. Choose your priorities and let them become law. If a thought does not move you forward, it is a distraction disguised as concern. 2. Your self-dialogue. How you speak to yourself in silence determines what you dare to attempt in action. Stop dragging your past into your present with your own words. Your future listens when you speak. Choose language that builds the version of you heaven is shaping. Let your inner voice sound like leadership, not lament. 3. Your standards. Thoughts are architects. Lower standards attract chaos. High standards build peace. Expect excellence from yourself, not because you fear failure, but because your life is sacred ground. 4. Your emotional command. Emotion is a visitor, not a ruler. It may knock, you decide if it stays. You can feel deeply without surrendering leadership to feeling. Maturity is when emotion becomes data, not dictator. 5. Your interpretation of challenges. Every obstacle has 2 translations. I am defeated, or I am being sharpened. Winners are not people without struggle. They are people who translate struggle into training. You are one of them now. Do not fear your thoughts. Train them. You do not fight your mind. You lead it. Your thoughts are your soldiers. Your beliefs are your commanders. Your focus is your banner. Your discipline is your armor. A mind without command becomes enemy territory. But a mind under divine leadership becomes holy weapon. Let me teach you the law few ever learn. Your mind is your first miracle. Master it, and every other miracle follows. There will be days when doubt knocks like thunder, when mental fatigue pretends to be truth, when old voices try to reclaim old rooms. This does not mean you are failing. It means you are advancing. Resistance meets those who are moving. Silence meets those standing still. So, when fear whispers, answer with action. When doubt rises, answer with discipline. When old thoughts surface, answer with newer identity. Say within yourself, I no longer think like who I was. I think as who I am becoming. This is spiritual warfare at the highest level, to think in alignment with heaven, even when circumstance has not yet caught up. Your thoughts are seeds. Plant power, reap power. Plant truth, reap clarity. Plant intention, reap destiny. And hear me clearly. Cut off thoughts that drain you. Reject mental invitations to sorrow addiction. Refuse internal conversations with ghosts. Silence doubts that speak without evidence. You are rebuilding not just your life, but your inner authority. Every time you redirect your mind toward purpose, you are winning, even when you cannot feel the victory yet. Your mind is the throne, and you are the ruler seated upon it now. So let this be written in your spirit. I command my inner world. My thoughts bow to my calling. My mind is sanctuary, not battlefield. I think as one heaven trusts. I lead my life from within first. Walk now in mental sovereignty. For the mind that is mastered creates a life that cannot fall. You are not drifting through thought. You are architecting destiny from the inside out. And I, Michael, stand beside your mind as sentinel. No illusion shall rule you. No fear shall own you. No echo of your old life shall drag you backward. Your mind is becoming your kingdom, and your kingdom is rising. Child of strength and alignment, you have shaped your habits, secured your peace, built structure, and claimed mastery over your mind. Now you must rise into the next sacred truth. Your body is not flesh first. It is assignment first. A vessel of purpose, a temple of divine duty. A battlefield where victory is lived, not imagined. A cathedral where discipline becomes devotion. I, Michael, speak to the bones beneath your skin. You must honor the vessel heaven entrusted you with, for destiny cannot land where exhaustion reigns. Listen closely. You are not here to merely exist in your body. You are here to rule it, to train it, to inhabit it with command and reverence. Your calling is not only spiritual, it is embodied. It requires energy. It requires vitality. It requires stamina. It requires presence. It requires discipline that does not collapse under human weakness. For a weak body pulls down a strong spirit, but a strong body extends a strong spirit into the world. Understand this law. A calling that touches earth must be carried by flesh, and flesh must be strengthened. Pay attention to how many destinies died, not from lack of blessing, but from lack of physical stewardship. They prayed for greatness, but treated their body as if they planned to survive their purpose, not fulfill it. They asked heaven for great missions, but starved the vessel that would carry them out. They sought spiritual power while ignoring the physical temple where that power must dwell. You will not make this mistake, for you have been chosen to rise in full form, spirit clear, mind sharp, body disciplined, heart steady, soul aflame. You cannot carry heavy spiritual assignments in a neglected body. Not because God withholds strength, but because you are meant to partner with heaven, not lean entirely upon it. You are not fragile. You are not meant to collapse at simple fatigue. You are not meant to feel alive only in chaos and barely functioning in peace. You are being shaped into a vessel of endurance, capacity, authority, and longevity. So listen, honor your sleep, for rest is where divine clarity visits. Honor your nutrition, for the body cannot run on emotion alone. Honor movement, for a stagnant body breeds stagnant spirit. Honor breath, for oxygen is fuel, not habit. Honor stillness, for silent nervous systems hear God more clearly than frantic ones. Honor rhythm. Your body needs cycles, not chaos. You are not punishing your body. You are training it to serve your destiny. You are not beautifying it for vanity. You are fortifying it for mission. This is not about image. It is about stamina. It is about longevity. It is about honoring the instrument you wield. The world tells you to master your goals. Heaven tells you to master your vessel. You are a warrior. Warriors do not wait for weakness to leave. They build strength until weakness cannot remain. And understand this, there will be fatigue. There will be days where muscles ache more than motivation rises. There will be mornings where your bones feel heavy and the bed feels like mercy. But the disciplined body answers not to comfort. It answers to calling. You do not move because it is easy. You move because it is required. You will not escape discipline to rest. You will earn rest by discipline. There is a divine silence that comes after physical exertion, where the mind stills, the ego quiets, and the soul hears God clearly. This is why movement matters, not for beauty, but for clarity and command. Repeat this truth inside yourself. My body is not burden, it is instrument. My body is not obstacle, it is temple. My body is not afterthought, it is altar. I train not for vanity, but for purpose. Strength is sacred. Endurance is worship. Do not punish yourself for where you are, but never excuse yourself from where you are going. You do not need perfection. You need progress. You do not need intensity every day. You need consistency. You do not need to do everything. You need to do what aligns you. Feed your body what fuels you. Move your body in ways that honor its design. Rest in rhythms, not collapse. Hydrate as though your cells carry holy work, because they do. And understand, you are not alone in this stewardship. I, Michael, walk beside your discipline. I stand guard over your effort. I dismantle the spirits of lethargy, the whispers of self-neglect, the temptations of decay. I clear the path. You must walk it. Your body is the house of your destiny. Treat it as sacred ground. For one day, your strength will not be simply physical. It will be legacy. You are not just building stamina. You are building future capacity. You are not just training muscle. You are training obedience. You are not just caring for flesh. You are honoring the vessel through which heaven will manifest.
Stand tall in your skin. Move with reverence. Live as though your very breath is in agreement with purpose, because it is. Your body, mind, and spirit are aligning. And when alignment is complete, destiny cannot delay. Continue. Honor yourself. Forge strength. Move with sacred intention. This vessel is readying for glory, and I stand at your right. Guardian of your temple, witness to your transformation, protector of your purpose. Child of rising authority, you have mastered your habits, sanctified your peace, built with intention, disciplined your mind, and honored your body. Now comes a command few can obey, yet all who ascend must understand. Guard your time like royalty, for time is the currency of destiny. Not money, not applause, not validation. Time. Time is the throne on which your future sits. Time is the soil where discipline grows into legacy. Time is the battlefield where soul and world negotiate direction. Time is life spent in seconds, and wise souls know every second is sacred. Hear me. You are not simply living, you are crowning yourself with every hour. One moment of distraction can cost momentum. One season of drifting can delay destiny. One habit of giving yourself cheaply can strip your authority. And so I, Michael, speak now with sacred severity. Those who do not respect your time do not respect your calling. Those who waste your energy attempt to steal your future. Those who demand immediate access without earning consistency are not aligned with your elevation. Time is not something you spend, it is something you invest. And every investment shapes your throne. Remember this, you do not owe your minutes to convenience. You do not owe your hours to obligation. You do not owe your days to guilt. You do not owe your life to the comfort of others. You owe your time to God, purpose, growth, peace, mission, and breath. Let the world call you selective. Let the lazy call you intense. Let the unfocused call you rude. Let the familiar call you changed. Growth always feels like betrayal to those benefiting from your stagnation. Your time is your crown, and crowns are not passed around. Now hear the laws of divine timing. 1. Your schedule is a shield. Chaotic time creates chaotic spirit. Structure is not restriction, it is sovereignty. When you plan your days, you command your destiny. Wandering belongs to those without calling. You, however, are summoned. 2. You choose who earns your time. Not all can sit beside your fire. Not all can drink from your peace. Not all are meant to walk with you. Some people are not enemies. They are simply not aligned with your altitude. A king cannot live like a commoner. A warrior cannot train in marketplaces. A chosen soul cannot linger in casual circles without losing clarity. Your circle shrinks not because you are closing off, but because you are elevating beyond reach. 3. Rest is holy, not weakness. You do not grind, you rise, replenish, renew, repeat. Rest is not escape. Rest is fuel. Rest is spiritual hygiene. Rest is maintenance of the throne. When you rest, you sharpen. When you sleep, you rebuild. When you pause, heaven speaks. Rest with intention, not collapse. This too is mastery. 4. Time spent complaining is time stolen. A complaining soul creates no progress. A complaining heart shrinks the world. A complaining tongue invites delay. Leaders do not lament life. They shape it. Stop worshiping problems with attention. Start commanding solutions with discipline. 5. Protect your mornings. The first hour is a crown. Guard it like sacred ceremony. Give it to God, silence, breath, purpose, not screens, noise, distraction. A day that bows at sunrise rises in your favor. 6. Conversations shape timeline. Not every voice deserves your ear. Energy thieves speak in circles. Vision builders speak in straight lines. Speak with those who nourish growth, not those who fear it. 7. Boundaries are not fences, they are gates. Your time is your kingdom. Gates open only to those aligned with your peace and purpose. Do not apologize for prioritizing your future. Do not shrink to accommodate those who refuse evolution. If they wanted to stay, they would have chosen growth too. Now breathe and listen deeply. You are not running out of time. You are running out of excuses, and you are finally ready to stop making them. Your life will respond to your command. Your days will bow to your structure. Your hours will align with your throne. Your future will rise as you steward your present. Repeat within your soul, my time is sacred. My calling is worthy. My presence is valuable. My boundaries are divine. I am not available to distraction. I am loyal to my future. And hear this prophecy. There will be invitations you do not accept. There will be people you do not return to. There will be events you do not attend. There will be conversations you do not entertain. There will be obligations you release, not out of coldness, but out of clarity. You do not abandon others. You prioritize purpose. Only those designed to walk beside kings understand the silence of discipline. Let those who misunderstand remember you when your crown is visible. You were not made to waste your hours. You were made to build eternity in them. The clock does not rule you. You rule the clock. Walk forward now. Be sovereign with your seconds, royal with your minutes, divine with your days. For you are not chasing life. You are shaping it. And I, Michael, guard the gates of your time as fiercely as I guard the gates of heaven. Child of chosen, becoming you have walked through discipline, peace, structure, mind mastery, embodiment, and time sovereignty. You have risen from survival into sacred self-governance. You are not who you were when this journey began, and you must not behave as though you are. Now comes the final command. Live as the one you are becoming, not the one you once survived as. You did not rise through pain, silence, discipline, and divine sharpening just to shrink back into old patterns, old identities, old rhythms. Your past is not your identity. It was your training. Your wounds were not your definition. They were your initiation. Your mistakes were not your ruin. They were your education. You have not been evolving for aesthetics. You have been evolving for assignment. And now the time has come not to hope for change, but to embody the change. Listen with the deepest part of your spirit. The version of you that doubted your worth is gone. The version of you that lived to please the ungrateful is gone. The version of you that mistook chaos for connection is gone. The version of you that fought to be understood by those without depth is gone. The version of you that shrank to comfort others' insecurity is gone. You do not owe resurrection to versions of yourself that God already buried. You are not in recovery, you are in reign. This is a new chapter of existence where you move like someone heaven trusts. Stop waiting to feel worthy. You are walking in worth. Stop waiting for permission. You were chosen before you were conscious. Stop waiting for signs. Your discipline was the sign. Stop searching for the old you. They would not survive the life you are entering. Now hear me with the clarity of steel meeting flame. Identity is not memory. Identity is commitment. Commit to who you are now so fully that your past cannot find you. Commit to the quiet power you've cultivated. Commit to the peace you bleed for. Commit to the boundaries you built. Commit to the schedule you honor. Commit to the strength you train. Commit to the throne you forged in silence. Greatness is not a moment, it is a lifestyle. Destiny is not an event, it is a daily frequency. You will not revert. You will not collapse into familiarity. You will not entertain self-doubt as a guest. You will not negotiate with old demons for temporary relief. You will not trade progress for nostalgia. You are in covenant with your evolution. Anything, internal or external, that threatens this covenant is not opposition. It is evidence of alignment. For pressure comes to those on the brink of breakthrough. The old world will tug you. Return to comfort. Be who you were. Come back to familiarity. Be available like before. Dim your light for us. Child, decline the invitation. It is normal to grieve old versions of life even as you outgrow them. Release gently. Walk forward proudly. Do not mourn the old you. Thank them for surviving long enough to become unrecognizable. You are not trying to improve. You are stepping into identity. The crown is not coming, it is present. The authority is not forming, it is active. The discipline is not practice. It is who you are now. Live like it. Walk rooms with quiet command. Choose relationships with discernment, not loneliness. Speak only what builds or clarifies. Rest like someone who trusts divine timing. Move like someone who knows heaven walks beside you. Let your presence feel like structure. Let your silence feel like protection. Let your discipline feel like prophecy. And hear this truth carved in flame. Your life is proof of alignment, not accident. Heaven does not waste effort. If you were made to rise, it is because rising serves God. Your success is not selfish, it is sacred. Your peace is not luxury, it is your assignment. Your discipline is not punishment, it is your preparation for glory. Your transformation is not personal only, it is generational.
Those who see you evolve will evolve. Those who witness your consistency will wake. Those who feel your presence will remember their strength. You become permission for others to rise. This is the destiny of the chosen, not to shine alone, but to awaken many. Now stand inside yourself with the full weight of your becoming. Say, not in whisper, but in spirit, I am no longer becoming. I have become. I am no longer seeking. I am embodying. I am no longer surviving. I am ruling. I am aligned. I am disciplined. I am chosen. I am trusted. I am guided. I am protected. My life is holy ground. Your time of hesitation has ended. Your era of embodiment has begun. I, Michael, place a mantle over you, not of softness, but of sacred sovereignty. You are ready. Walk now, not as who you were, but as who heaven knows you to be. Not hoping for miracles, being one. Not chasing purpose, living one. Not remembering your worth, commanding with it. Go forward in discipline, clarity, peace, power. The world will recognize you, not because you demand it, but because you are undeniable. Rise, breathe, walk. Reign, I stand beside you still, not as a rescuer, but as witness to a sovereign soul who kept going. You are ready for life now. Not life as it was, life as it is meant to be. And heaven walks with those who walk with purpose. Go.